Welcome back to Keypad Smart Home. In this video, I'll walk you through the steps of setting up a DIY project to trigger a relay with a pin code using Matrix Keypad with ESP Dev Board and ESPHome in Home Assistant. Some examples of this DIY project usage would be using the keypad to arm or disarm security system, to control access to a room or building, or using the keypad to create a smart lock. Also, there are other usages for this DIY project, which is done with almost $15. Stay with me to go through the steps, but before that, subscribe and press the bell button to receive every new video. Before going through the steps of setting up, let me show you the finished project. I have a Matrix keypad connected to ESP development board. Also, a relay is connected to the board and a buzzer. By entering the pin code, the relay will be triggered. If you enter wrong pin code, buzzer starts warning like you hear. Also, using Home Assistant, you can trigger the relay, and from Home Assistant you have the log of the keypad, the pin codes entered. As you saw, a running Home Assistant and ESP IoT Dev Board setup with ESPHome is needed. If you do not know how to set up your ESP development board with ESPHome, watch the video at the top right corner of the display. Also, a 4x4 Matrix keypad, a 5-volt DC relay module, and a buzzer is needed. A 4x4 Matrix keypad is a simple mechanism that resembles the numeric input, except that it has an additional asterisk and hash and 4 other auxiliary buttons that can be used for various functions in the application. The keypad is usually made of plastic materials and is relatively cheap compared to touchscreen displays. A Matrix keypad is great for prototypes and inventions where things like codes, times, or other values have to be entered. In Home Assistant, navigate to Settings, open Add-ons, open ESPHome add-on by clicking on it. Then click Open Web UI. Click Edit of your development board you want to program to open its YAM file in order to edit. At the bottom of the YAM file, below Captive Portal, paste these lines. You can find the lines in description. Let's go through the lines. I use text sensor component to check entered pin codes. The Matrix keypad component allows you to integrate pads which have the keys connected at the intersection points of the rows and columns of a matrix. Set an ID for it. Rows is a list of pins where the horizontal matrix lines are connected in order from top to bottom. Columns is a list of pins where the vertical matrix lines are connected in order from left to right. Talking about rows and columns pins, to prevent any mistake, I use only pins capable of both input and output. So this is GPIO 23 of my development board, GPIO 22, 21, 19, 18, 17, 16, and 4. All of them are capable of input and output. Keys. The keys presents on the matrix from top left to bottom right, row by row. Required for key collector. Automatic handling of multiple keys is possible with the key collector component. The key controller component connects key presses from components like Matrix key. The key collector component collects key presses from components like Matrix key. Using it, we have to set an ID for it. Source ID is the ID of the key input device, which is the matrix keypad. Minimum length is the minimal length of the desired key sequence. Below this, on result automation will not trigger. Maximum length, it is the maximum length of the desired key sequence, after which the sequence will trigger the on-result automation without having to press any of the end keys. End keys, keys used to enter the sequence. After entering your pin code by pressing hash, you say entering pin code is finished. End key required is set to true. It means only trigger on result automation when one of the end keys was pressed. I set asterisk skip button as back keys and C button as clear keys. Back keys is used to delete the last pressed key, and clear keys is used to entirely clear the sequence, all the pressed keys. Allowed keys is the keys allowed to be used. Timeout, after which to cancel building the sequence and delete all the keys. I set it to 5 seconds. Talking about automations, we have on progress, on result, and on timeout. On progress defines an automation to perform when keys are pressed. On result is used for an automation to perform when the sequence has been finished. On timeout is an automation to perform if the timeout happens. For all of these triggers, the finalized key is placed in a variable named x. I use switch component to add relay module to the development board and also to add buzzer. Use GPIO32 to connect a 5 volt DC relay module to the project, or let's say to the ESP development board. Set a name for it. Set internal to false, as I want to have the relay in frontend in Home Assistant. Also set an ID for it. You can change the name of the switch if you want. If the switch is set to on after 1 second, it is set to off. I have set this automation because I want to use this project to create a smart lock. You can remove it by deleting these 3 lines. Also, I have used GPIO33 and GPIO25 to connect buzzer to my project, or let's say to add buzzer to my project. Set a name for each of the GPIOs. You can change the names, as I do not want to have these switches in frontend. I set internal to true. Talking about other automations, I use text sensor. By default, a text sensor shows this section. As mentioned, if a sequence of keys are added with the keypad, the key collector places it in a X variable. After the end key is pressed, the key collector sets the entered pin, which has been placed in a variable named X, as text sensor's value, defined in these 3 lines. Going to the text sensor, if a value is entered, it checks if it is equal to set pin code, then relay 1 is set to on. Buzzer 2 is set to on for 1 second, and then it is set to off. While the value of text sensor is these items, it does nothing. If you enter a wrong pin code, for 3 times. Buzzer2 is set to on, remains on for 500 milliseconds, and it is set to off, then remains off for 5 milliseconds. You can add pin codes by using 3 lines in this section. Let's do it together. I copied these 3 lines, paste it below it. Add a pin code. Doing this, you enter a pin code. The pin code must be within 4 to 6 digits as we defined here. Okay, we have set up 3 pin codes. Everything is ready. Editing YAML file is done. I click install to install edited YAML file on the development. As my development board is connected to network wirelessly, I select wireless. Wait till installation completes. By the way, while pasting lines in YAML file, pay attention to the distance between the beginning of the line and the beginning of the codes. Installation is done. I click start. Navigate to settings in Home Assistant. Select devices and services. Select my ESP development board. Click its menu. Click reload. It's ready to be used. As you see, you can trigger relay using Home Assistant. By default, the status of text sensor is this. As a pin code is entered, it shows the entered pin code. Let's go through wiring. Connecting keypad to ESP development board, connect GPIO23 of development board to X1, GPIO22 to X2, GPIO21 to X3, and GPIO19 to X4. Also connect GPIO18 of development board to Y1 of keypad, pin 17 of development board to Y2 of keypad, pin 16 to Y3, and pin 4 to Y4. For relay connection, connect DC plus terminal of relay module to pin 3V DC of development board, connect DC minus terminal to ground of development board, and connect input terminal of relay module to GPIO32. Connecting buzzer to development board, connect GPIO25 and 33 to positive terminal of buzzer, or let's say plus terminal of buzzer, and connect ground of development board to other pin of buzzer. Thank you for watching. If you like this DIY project, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe my channel if you haven't done yet, as it motivates me to upload more videos. I'll see you in the next video.